McCauley at Pray It Off in Syracuse, New York. Another thing that affects our weight, our personalities, our well-being is our sleep. Now, I will say to most of you out there, I don't know your financial situation, but if you can afford it, or it's your birthday or Christmas, you say, honey, can you get me a Fitbit? Honey, can you get me an Apple Watch? Because those devices will track your sleep. It'll let you know how much REM sleep you have, how much deep sleep you have. And now, is it 100% accurate? Probably not, but it's a lot more accurate than what you have now, which is nothing, right? So you get this device and you start tracking it. But the thing with sleep is, a lot of people who retire, they start getting into the trap of napping. I am dead against napping. And I feel there's I'm just talking about me. Don't be out there going, I hate Ellen. She's trying to ruin my nap. I am not trying to ruin anyone's nap. But here's the thing. There's too much to do during the day. We love life so much. If you go to bed at a decent time and you get up at a decent time, you don't need no stinking nap. So, what is a decent time? Well, back when I was growing up, my parents used to make us go to bed at like 8, and then it became 8:30, and then it became 9. Now I think 9, that's getting kind of late, So I like to go to bed at a decent time, and I'm an early bird. I don't get up as early as I used to, but I still get up kind of early. 18 to 60-year-olds, which is everyone in this group, some people are over 60, and that is 7 to 8 hours sleep a day you should be getting. And if you're not, you're hurting your body. So many people sleep with their phones. Like, I know people who fall asleep with their phones on their person. They sleep because they have to have that. What if someone texts them? What if someone needs them? I think if someone needs you so bad, they'll get in their car, they'll drive to your house and pound on your door. No one needs you that much. I still have my landline because I figure if anyone needs me that darn much, they can call my landline. I feel that sleep is sleep. Same with food. When I'm eating my dinner, President Biden could call me and I'd let it go to voicemail. That is my dinner. It is sacred, 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 sacred. So you have to be consistent. One of the things that really helps me is I got one of those face masks that go over your eyes. It has improved my deep sleep enormously. You would be surprised how many little lights in the room or shadows, or even if you close the blinds, even if you have room darkening blinds, there's still a teensy weensy little light and a car coming up the street. You'd be surprised if your subconscious sees that. I also wear earplugs. That's helped me enormously as well. I got these silicone little gel things. I roll them up, put them in here. I can't hear anything. And you might say, what if there's an emergency? I don't have any kids in the home, and Bob's right there, so you can go, if there's an emergency, right? You have to do what's best for you to get good sleep. Don't exercise at 8:30, get your heart rate up, and try to go to sleep at 9. Don't eat at 8 and try to go to bed at 8:30. That's the beauty of not eating after 7. Your body doesn't need to digest food when you're sleeping. It was never meant to do that. And many people who go to sleep after a big meal, you can gain weight from doing that. People can be irritable, depressed, have memory issues. I hate it, and I've said this before, I'll say it a million times. I never say senior moments. Everyone forgets things. But when you don't have enough rest, you can be more forgetful then. Also, avoid napping. If you don't have something to do, I'll give you something to do, okay? You don't need to nap unless you're sick or something. I don't mean if you're sick. Also, caffeine. I do not have any caffeine after noon. None. I know some people who are drinking coffee the entire day. I'm talking full caffeine coffee. And somebody's baked the race in their hand. Now, if you sleep 7 or 8 hours of sleep like a baby, you can drink as much caffeine as you want. But if you're having trouble sleeping, start right there. Start right with the caffeine. Also, if your wife says to you or your husband says to you, wow, you're really snoring, at our age, anybody's age really as an adult, should be checked for sleep apnea because that's a very serious illness. And a lot of people who have weight to lose, because the weight's right here, can suffer from sleep apnea. Be very careful about, I always have a bottle of water by my bed with the cap on it. I don't have a glass because it's very easy to knock a glass off. But a bottle, I pick it up, I unscrew the top, because I get thirsty sometimes in the middle of the night, and I like to have a drink, okay? So, one thing that helps me too is when my mind never shuts up, ever. Anybody else have a mind like that? Never shuts up. And now what I do is I'm like, Lord Jesus, I'm going to sleep now, and I'm going to ask you for a good night's sleep, and I'm going to ask your Blessed Mother, and then I start saying the Hail Mary repeatedly until I fall asleep. One right after another, after another. When you are doing that, it's very difficult for you to worry about this or worry about that. I highly suggest it. Also, there's superfoods that can help you sleep. One of them is kiwi. It's not just good for helping your immunity, it's filled with antioxidants, anti-inflammatory compounds, and it's a very good nighttime snack. No one writes on their food log, they write cookies, Girl Scout cookies, M&Ms, no one writes kiwi. How about it? Also, pumpkin seeds. Now, I have a friend who is addicted to pumpkin seeds, and he chews them, and then he starts spitting out the chunks. I don't believe in that. There are seed, what do they call them?
Shelled.
Shelled, thank you, Bob. That's such an easy word. There are shelled pumpkin seeds. Get them, put 2 tablespoons on a salad. It helps you sleep. It's got all this good stuff in it. Now, I'm not a cheese person because cheese for me is a trigger. Cheese is a trigger, but you can eat cheese and it can help you. Hey, cookie cheese, if that's your choice, pick the cheese. Also, tart cherry juice. In our home, we have fresh kiwi, we have tart cherry juice, and before bed, I don't mean before bed, but maybe 7 o'clock, have 8 ounces of tart cherry juice, and it can help you sleep at night. Also, tea, chamomile tea, green tea, very good with helping you sleep. Rice can help you as well. I don't eat rice again. I prefer to have cauliflower rice, which to me tastes just like rice, but if you like rice, that's good. Nuts. Again, you got to be really careful about the nuts. Because one person said, for a snack, I only have a cup of cashews every night. I think a cup of cashews probably has 500 calories maybe. I'm not sure. I'll look it up, but it's a lot. Also, Brazil nuts are chucked with selenium. So, and you can only have a couple though. Don't be sitting there making a meal on Brazil nuts. You have a couple a day. I'm going to stop right there, Bobby.